I thought you were just put off by me and stepsis making love in the hallway.
Oh yeah, I think there was a dryer involved.
Oh man, I'm stuck.
Hey, stepbro, I'm home.
No. No!
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up.
Thank you so much. Today we're jumping into r/NeckbeardStories. Oh boy, our good friend user Ethan Ralph is back, and I am so excited to get into the continuation of a tale that I wasn't sure was going to have a continuation, but that's all the better, right? It's a saga that essentially I've already done one part of. He did say he was going to dig into it a little bit more and let us know what he found, and good God, OP actually delivers. So that's a wonderful thing. I am on Twitch. I am on TikTok. Those links appearing now. Let's go ahead. We'll get some additional plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/Neckbeard stories. Cringe. Return to familial relations house. We're not allowed to say what it actually says. Still try to play nice. Be a good boy. I am so loath to return to it, but also, yes, feed me that cringe. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to my personal hell mood. If you don't remember, I found a group of weirdos through doing rideshare a while ago. Then I recounted the tale of events that transpired that fateful night. If you'd like to hear that story before moving along, I will provide a link to the narration of the story here. I think that's in the description. And a link to the original post here. I should probably put that in the description. For those who just want a TLDR of the previous events, I picked up a gentleman with an odd haircut who is in a semi-committed polyamorous relationship with no less than 3 women, and they're all constantly role-playing like they're all related. Yeah, it sounds bad the second time you hear it too. They live in a large, gross house, and they are not shy about playing their adult games in front of others, which caused me to flee in terror from that house. I remember it well, like it was just last month. Oh wait, it was. Allow me to quickly reintroduce our cast. OP, hey! That's me, user Ethan Ralph is fat. I am a manlet femboy who dresses like a scene kid. I have an odd habit of finding the oddest people out in nature. I don't know if I was born under some cursed star or something, but in order to cope, I write down these experiences, and glad we are for that. SisterBeard, SB for short. SisterBeard is a braggadocious and doughy man. Atop his head is a haircut that can best be described as some combination between a bowl cut and a mullet. Feel free to use Google Images if you need a reference. Elijah, I think we showed that pic before. You could throw it up again.
Perfect!
He apparently has an obscene amount of wealth and uses that wealth to imbibe substances and drink and find women that he can invite over to his house, which is how he acquired his harem of willing participants for his never-ending LARP. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I still hate it. It's not even to the bad part yet. If you don't know what happens, nah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Stepsis, SS for short. A woman who constantly speaks in borderline ooh-woo speak. She is a smallish redhead who is SisterBeard's main squeeze, confirmed as a furry. Oh boy. Stepmom / Veronica, V for short. She is a svelte, lanky woman who talks like she smokes a box of cigars a day. She is another individual involved in the never-ending LARP, but as I came to find out, only because it benefits her. At least that's her take on the situation. More on that later. Oh, now you sunk your hooks in me. We're getting to learn some backstories and motivations and whatnot. Exciting! Niece! Oh my god, that's right. A small woman with a voice so high that it triggers my tinnitus. She is in a semi-monogamous relationship with Uncle and seemed to be the house's punching bag. Wait, I thought Steps has got it too, but only from StepBeard. I don't know what's happening, man. I'm not trying to keep track of all this lore. Out of all the people I met in that house, she probably has it the worst. Uncle, a man easily 20 years older than anyone else in this tale. He is large and balding with anger issues and an alcohol problem. He spends most of his time playing video games on a slowly disintegrating couch. He vaguely looks like Wings of Redemption, and he has the gamer rage to match. That is such a red flag, dude. Like, if you throw that kind of temper tantrum over a video game, how are you even equipped to handle real life? I guess he's not. That's why he lives at StepBeard's house. Vomit Girl! She sure earned her name. This is the woman who puked in the back of my vehicle when I first met these, fine individuals that one fateful night doing the ride share. I didn't get to learn much more about her because she spends most of her time in and out of consciousness, somewhere between all the alcohol and ketamine. I'm assuming that there's not really that much left to know. God, what an existence. Oh, make better choices. She might also be narcoleptic on top of all that. But I can't confirm. Yeah, who would know the difference, honestly? She's always in and out of consciousness. I don't know what to tell you. So, now we're all caught up. Please join me as we return to the familial relations house. Yeah, if we must, I guess. It wasn't long after that night when I first met StepBeard that I received a message from him through the Magic the Gathering Arena app. He messaged me asking if I'd like to play a few games, and being bored at my apprenticeship that day, okay, I obliged. We went back and forth for a few games before he started typing into chat. StepBeard, hey, sorry if me and Stepsis freaked you out the last time you were here. OP, nah, it's fine, dude. I had to run away. More people to drive around for the night, you know? Gotta make that money. It's a good excuse. StepBeard, oh, I thought you were just put off by me and Stepsis making love in the hallway. Oh yeah, I think there was a dryer involved.
Oh man, I'm stuck.
Hey, Step Bro, I'm home.
No. No!
I don't know what to do with this information. I wish I knew how to forget. OP, I mean, I wasn't happy about it. I've seen worse, though. And that was an honest truth, too. I have actually seen much worse. Good God. Normally, StepBeard is someone that I might have avoided like the damn plague, but something about the situation prodded at the part of my brain that likes puzzles. Sick, disgusting puzzles. There was something deeper going on with StepBeard's harem, and I needed to know what it was. Even I was surprised with how far I was willing to go to glimpse upon the truth. Yeah, and then it melts your face off like Indiana Jones. Don't do it! But the conversation continues on. StepBeard, you should have stuck around. V told me she wanted some, alone time with you. Oh, that's stepmom for those keeping track. Terrifying. I wouldn't have got mad if you spent some time with her. Okay, thanks, but no thanks. OP, what? StepBeard, she's into guys like you. People who look like they shop at Hot Topic. She was one of those seed kids in high school. She liked all those emo bands with the sad lyrics. Honestly, it sounds like a bunch of horse crap for beta males. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But can you deny the effectiveness? I think not. OP, did you just like indirectly call me a beta male? StepBeard, no, you just dress like a beta male.
She's into people with that cutter aesthetic.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, you can't let him get away with that one. He's trying to out-alpha you. All because the people around him gas him up just because he has money? Nah, it ain't gonna be like that with me, sir. Not today. OP just says, oh, I'm flattered. I was legitimately flattered. It's always nice to hear that someone's into you. I doubted that I would want anything to do with anyone in that house, but still, it is flattering nonetheless. Yeah, that's true. A lot of times I do think that the recognition is enough. We don't need to go anywhere past that. The fantasy's probably better than the reality of it anyways, right? StepBeard continues,
You should be flattered. I only got the finest women living with me. She'll probably shoot her shot if you come by again. Why don't you come by sometime and see if you hit it off with her?
no, not again. Oh, I'm good. Why don't we go out to a coffee shop, just me and her? I don't want to hang out with you indirectly. But OP steeled himself as he sent a response saying, sure, why the hell not? When is good for you and her? StepBeard,
any time is fine. Nobody works in this house. You want to come by tonight?
I can't wait till all this inheritance is gone. I can't wait till StepBeard's living in the streets. This is so weird. This whole situation's untenable. OP, I wouldn't be able to come by till much later, like 10 p.m. Is that okay? StepBeard,
Sure, anytime's fine. Someone's always up.
OP, okay, cool. I gotta do some stuff around the shop, so here's my phone number. Just send me a text and I can get in touch with you. With that, I signed off Magic Arena and put my phone away. A deep chill washed over my entire being as my brain started sending out enough stress hormones to kill a moose. Why did I agree to go over there? That's what I said. My brain shrieked this question at me, and despite me knowing that it was all out of morbid curiosity, this did not silence my panicking brain. I buried myself in work until I was allowed to go home. Once home, I changed into an outfit that didn't smell like sanitizing chemicals and got into my car. I drove somberly to that house after I had received the address from StepBeard.
Oh, the fateful portcullis.
I contemplated canceling the whole way there, but my curiosity simply would not allow that. Eventually, I arrived at the house and parked. Last chance to bail. I took a deep breath and knocked on the window. I was greeted by StepBeard as the smell of stale cigar smoke wafted out of the house. Lovely. The bright yellow sheen of the stained walls slightly hurt my eyes. I could see that niece was still in her usual spot, leaning against uncle as he angrily mashed buttons on a controller. This is how you want to spend your life, though? Really? Both of you, everybody in this. I'm talking to everybody here, all right? Come on. StepBeard,
Nice to see you again, OP.
said StepBeard, placing a hand on my shoulder. Niece, oh hey look, it's the driver from a couple weeks ago, shouted Niece in her normal high-pitched tone, which I can't do because I think I'm getting sick. Uncle body checked her with his shoulder at this outburst. Uncle,
You don't scream when I'm concentrated, you stupid idiot.
I shrugged off StepBeard's hand as I looked over to the commotion. It's super weird, I don't like this. You think you're out and they just pull you back in. Why? So you can mush genitals with one of them? I'm good. I gotta go. Is what I said all the way through the first story too. I just hate the situation. OP, yeah, good to see you too, my dude. Just do me a favor and don't touch me. I'm not a huge fan of being touched. StepBeard,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had such a large bubble of personal space. Should I stand further away? How about this? Is this enough personal space?
bro, you acting like a 12-year-old right now. Please respect my wishes, okay? He said this as he got very close to me, having to look down as he did due to how close he was. I could smell the body dirt that encrusted his shirt. A primal part of my brain kicked in and started evaluating exactly how hard I needed to hit SisterBeard. I suppressed the thoughts of my lizard brain, however, and instead played the fool. Everyone loves a sad clown. OP. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I think it'd only be better if we could get someone to sew us together. Honestly, that's an okay way to deal with it, but you should have punched him. Punched him, bailed out the door, got in the car. Story's over. He backed away a bit after a few seconds of me maintaining a joyless smile. I was starting to get a read on SisterBeard. He liked to push people's buttons. I found the only way to deal with such people is to not react. Well, that's true. You could also box him in the mouth, but you know, different strokes for different folks, I guess. SisterBeard, careful what you wish for, OP. You just might get it. Ah! He laughed and ushered me in. Yeah, you're super hilarious. See what I mean? He probably legitimately does think that was a funny thing to say. Terrifying. SisterBeard, let me go grab the commander decks and see if V is awake. We can play three-handed. Or you could, decide not to be a third wheel, but alright, sure. I stood in the living room watching his uncle played Elden Ring. He was currently getting his butt handed to him by a boss fight that I was pretty familiar with. He died and slammed his hand into the armrest of the rotting couch, sending up a plume of yellow dust. Don't breathe that in, you gonna get cancer. OP, you have to dodge into his attacks, unless you're playing a ranged build. Uncle. What? OP, that boss's second phase. It has super high mobility and it swings really wide. If you don't dodge into him, he moves to the far side of the arena and starts doing that ranged bullcrap. But if you keep him in range, it lowers the chance of him doing that and lets you deal damage faster. Uncle. Who the hell asked you, insert not nice word for homosexuals. OP. Nobody? I was just trying to be helpful. Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished. It's time to disengage or kick him in the chest. We'll probably disengage. Uncle. Well, I didn't freaking ask you. Don't you know backseat gaming is bad manners? OP. I didn't, but I'll keep that in mind. Please, excuse my lack of decorum. Yes, this fat, balding man baby pounding his controller into the couch. The arbiter of decorum. Come on, man. You obviously need some help. But his ego's just out of control. I don't know how to fix that, honestly. Uncle says, that's better. If you're gonna watch, stay quiet and observe how a real man plays. Yeah, I'm a real man playing real man video games. Okay. I proceeded to watch as Uncle showed me how it was done. Apparently, the super secret trick was to die a lot. I suppressed my laughter as he grew visibly and audibly angry. SisterBeard had returned and called me into their still fetid kitchen, much in the same state that I had found it previously. Unwashed dishes, large black trash bags filled to capacity, the vague smell of rotting food. He poured out his bag of commander decks, and I grabbed the one that I liked using before. V chose one, and so did SisterBeard. Okay, I guess we're doing this. The sound of someone running down the stairs echoes as I began shuffling the deck. Stepsis rushed into the room, wearing some manner of little footy pajamas. Ugh. It's not just like a familial thing. This is like some age play involved in it, and I really hate it. She had the front half zipped, exposing a fair amount of her mostly naked torso. Stepsis. SisterBeard, I need help getting to sleep. Will you please come with me? SisterBeard. Sure thing, kitten. Why don't you two have fun, and I'll go tire Stepsis out. This is so gross. Please tell me no more. He said this standing and grabbing the back of stepsis's neck and pulling her with some force out of the room. I heard her saying something along the lines of, please be rougher with me, please. This is the worst. I feel my soul leaving my body. Honestly, everything about tonight seemed horrible. That is such an understatement. So far I had been called the F slur, had to deal with these people's odd living conditions and even odder proclivities. I just focused on shuffling my deck. And then V spoke in a normal voice, not the failed voice actor tone in which she had spoken before. Wait, are you coming at me right now? I thanked whatever gods might be listening for this small blessing. V. So hey, I'm V. I don't think we were ever properly introduced. Ooh. She held out a hand, and I shook it. OP. I'm OP, and yeah, I don't think we were. You were all fairly drunk, though. V. Yeah, sorry if things got weird. Yeah, okay. At least you know it was weird, I guess. That's pretty normal for everyone around here, though. Everyone's always a little drunk or high on something. Are you sober right now? OP. It's cool. I just got really put off with the SisterBeard and stepsis going at it in the hallway, so I decided to dip. V. Yeah, they do that a lot. They like when people watch. Honestly, it's kind of gross. Yeah, just a little bit to spring on a complete stranger. Isn't that assault in some jurisdictions? Please back me up on this, comments. I laughed at this as we started playing. We talked more and more as we played, though. OP. You're not wrong about that being gross. V. So, why did you decide to come back? OP. Well, if I'm being honest, curiosity. V. What are you curious about? Bruh. We know where this is going, don't we? I mean, I ain't mad about it. I kind of ship it, come to think of it. If it makes you happy, then you do it, OP. Although, I must ask you to pause and consider that if you do this, you will be an unofficial part of SisterBeard's harem. You will have to interact with him on a day-to-day basis. That's terrifying to me. I don't think it's gonna be that good that I need to get that involved, right? OP says, I was just wondering, like, how does any of what is going on in this house work? What's up with all the family roleplay stuff? V, you mean like, how can you get in on it? She cut me off with a question. No! That's not what I meant. OP, real talk? No, not particularly. You could say that I'm a student of human behavior and I found something new to learn. V, so what, we're like guinea pigs to you? OP, I want to disagree with the implication, but I'm failing to find a good way to refute that statement. She laughed at this, somewhat surprising me. I was here for answers, and I was gonna get them if I could, but not at the expense of my own mortality. I expected my honesty to be met with disgust. Instead, I was met with a hearty laugh and a warm smile. Maybe she is okay. I don't know, man. I'm real broken up about this. V, you know what? I like you. If nothing else, you're honest. Doesn't owning that, though, ruin your ability to observe? Aren't you afraid I'll tell everyone and ruin your little observational study? Again, I was caught off guard. I hadn't expected this. I hadn't expected an assessment on my methodology, nor had I expected it to come out of V's mouth. She must have caught on to this as she continued speaking without my response. V, let me guess. You didn't expect me to have a brain. I mean, like attracts like, you know, birds of a feather, something like that. It doesn't seem like anybody else in the house is awake upstairs, so I'm kind of surprised at V. OP? No, it's nothing like... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You caught me off guard. Are you like a psych major or something? V? Actually, I majored in philosophy. It's a worthless degree. OP? Mine is equally worthless. So, are you gonna tell everyone? She pursed her lips, seemed to mull over her options. V? I won't. As long as you take me for a drink.
Oh boy, the plot is really thickening up, ain't it?
Okay, I'm shipping it even harder. At this point, I had found myself thoroughly beat, both in the card game and by V herself. As this sank in, so too did the sounds of StepBeard and StepSis going at it upstairs. Ugh. I want to play a game with you, reader. I'll give you the first parts of things I heard, and you can let your brain fill in the rest. What is this game called? Waking Nightmare? Okay, let's try it out.
Yeah, you like Daddy's thick.
Blank. Fill me with blank. And that's my blank. Oh, God. You said everything without saying anything. This is ingenious. Have fun with that, reader. Thanks, I hate it. As the horrible sounds of weird copulation filled my ears, I decided to acquiesce to V's terms. She sent a text to StepBeard and we ventured out of the house and into my car. Yes, out of the house. This is turning out good. I like where this is headed. OP says, do you care what bar we go to? V, not really. OP, cool. I know one that has a nice outside smoking area and it's usually pretty quiet. We arrived at the bar and found a table off and away from other people. V flagged down the bartender and we placed our drink orders. V was offended that I had ordered a non-alcoholic beverage and demanded that I order something else. I acquiesced again.
Well, see, that's a red flag right there. You don't tell me what's going in my body.
I don't feel like drinking tonight. Is that okay with you? I guess it's not, because she definitely has a grander scheme here, right? V, so, what is it you want to know? OP, a lot of things. You're just gonna answer me honestly? V, yeah. Honestly, this is a refreshing change of pace. Normally when StepBeard drags another man into the house, they normally just creep on one of his girls until they get what they want. Usually StepBeard expects us to, entertain his friends. Oh no. It's a terrible situation. OP, that sounds like a nightmare. Understatement. V, it's actually not a bad trade-off. We deal with a few creeps, and he lets us live there rent-free. Buys us stuff, makes sure we don't go hungry. Yeah, the bare minimum. Hooray! OP, and is the roleplay part of, like, the free rent agreement? V, pretty much. Technically, I'm supposed to be entertaining you and evaluating if you'd make a good addition to the, family. No. What? OP, it's all starting to make sense now. See, StepBeard told me that you wanted to shoot your shot with me. V, yeah, he told me that's what you wanted to do. I think his exact words were, shoot his shot in you. God. And everyone's okay with this? I guess. It's one of those situations where it's like, I consent, and I'm over here in the back like, isn't there someone you forgot to ask? I guess she puts up with it. Who am I to say that it's the wrong way to live? I'm not gonna say it's the wrong way to live. I'm just thinking it real loud. I visibly cringed at this. The drinks arrived and I ordered another one. Yeah, make it a double. I'm not fond of drinking, but tonight felt like a night for it. V, what the hell are you drinking? OP, sex on a pool table? It's good. Tastes like candy. Then V emulated StepBeard's intonation. He sounds like a drink only a beta man would drink. OP, Oh God. Please don't tell me he actually believes in that kind of junk. V. Oh, he absolutely does. He didn't back when he was normal, but after his parents died, he started going on weird websites. And that's not to mention the fact that he is going to squander everything that they built for him. God, this story just gets sadder and sadder the longer you look at it, doesn't it? OP has the right response and says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that his parents passed. V. Yeah, he was too. They left a lot of money behind, and I think he just dived into excess to escape the pain, and now it's all weird LARPing and drugs and finding stray women. I often think things would be better if they had left him nothing. Yeah, that's true. OP, seems like you've known him for a while. V. I knew him when his parents were alive. We dated back in high school. We went to the same college together, and it was just us. Then his parents died, and he became a millionaire overnight. Then stepsis found out about that and started whispering in his ear. OP, so why didn't you lay down the law? Or just leave him? She sighed and pulled out a Black and Mild, lit it, and answered the question. Sidebar, you know people who actually smoke Black and Milds? Yeah, you do know some strange characters, don't you? V. Well, before all of that, I had alienated myself from my family. They didn't like SisterBeard. They thought he wasn't right in the head. They might have been on to something. They basically told me to dump him or not come around until I had some sense, and I chose him. Bad choice. OP, jeez, what did he do to piss off your parents? V. What didn't he do? What kind of guy tells the girl's father that now his baby calls him daddy, and that's the tip of the iceberg. Oh my God, that is the best way to get your chest kicked in. I will cave in your skull with a brick. If that truly is the case, he's been going on these weird websites for long before his parents died, okay? This was something festering deep within him. OP, I legitimately don't know how to respond to that. V, but I thought you were a student of human behavior. She is smart as a whip. I'm kind of shipping it, man. She is in a very weird situation, but she does seem to be playing it to the fullest, so I don't know. I laughed at her statement. She did have me there. The mood lightened a little as we continued to sip drinks and change the subject for a while. We carried on talking about popular culture and just general world stuff. She was a bit of an internet drama fiend, as was I, so we had that in common. I have to admit that I was having a lot of fun with V. She was a lot deeper than I had taken her for, and she had a refreshing, dry wit to her. Eventually, I received a text from SisterBeard. It said, "Wow, you move fast for a manlet. Hope you're having fun with my stepmom." I don't know how to respond to that either. I showed the text to V. V, well, are you having fun? OP, surprisingly, yes. V, well, that's good. OP, all right, so what's the deal with Uncle? V, oh, that is SisterBeard's actual uncle. His parents didn't leave Uncle anything, so SisterBeard allows him to live in the house rent-free too, as long as he plays along. That seems really weird, but okay. Is that like a nice thing, or I don't think it's a nice thing. OP, does that mean exactly what I think it does? V, what do you think it means? OP, that they do stuff together? V visibly shuddered in disgust. Oh God! Oh God! We've just lost cabin pressure! V, yeah, yeah, they do. No. How? Why? What? No! It hurts. Niece gets the worst of it, but we've all had to deal with them both. They get along because they both have the same view on how women should be treated. Oh my God, dude. What is happening? OP, well, that's, ominous. To say the least. V, yeah, thankfully stepsis and niece are very possessive, so I'm mostly left alone unless he wants me to entertain someone. Honestly, stepsis is more his girlfriend than I am. OP, okay, but why do you stick around? V, I'm just not ready to tell my parents that they were right. You're going to all these great lengths just to avoid saying, hey, you were right? I don't know, man. How can I sign off on that one? And honestly, my life could be worse. Yeah, hooray. I'd rather put up with this than have to work at a Starbucks. Oh, you too good for Starbucks now, huh? I'm a philosophy major. The job market isn't really rich with opportunities for me. Sounds to me like you've given up before you even tried, V. She's dropped a couple of notches in my book with that statement. You're really just out here doing the most in order to try and do nothing at all. Like I said early on, is that really how you want to live your life? Is it really? How's it gonna look in 30 years, V? Come on now. OP, I don't know. You could probably turn that into a job in HR. V, you know, that's not a bad idea. OP, sometimes I have a good one or two. V, so what's your deal? OP, what do you mean? V, well, you came over on an invitation to court me. You haven't made a move on me. You haven't objectified me. You haven't asked any creepy questions. You're just sitting here, letting me tell you my life story. So what's your angle? You get off on living vicariously through people? She just expects all dudes to be cut from the same cloth. I love them sitting there trying to like figure each other out. It really does make for a great story. OP, I've met a lot of people of varying quality and condition in my life. I've seen sad sacks, prideful monsters, and everything in between. At the end of the day, I've rarely met a person who doesn't want to be heard, and I like to listen. V, and why listen to me? OP, because everyone deserves to be heard. It's not like I chose you specifically. We're only here because you blackmailed me. I'm just making the best of my time. Honestly, that's like a light blackmail. That's a friendly blackmailing. It's fine. V says, what about that over there? V said, this pointing to a scene that I had not expected to see. A man dressed in a sports jersey and basketball shorts was leading around a woman. This woman was walking on all fours, being led around on a leash. They were walking up to patrons of the bar, and the woman would say, I'm a dog, give me a treat, arf, arf. And the man would attempt to get people to give her a literal dog treat, which she would eat. I put my head in my hands. What is this? This is so not okay. I didn't consent to whatever the hell this is supposed to be. You are in a public place. What is wrong with you? I mean, it's a bar. There's no kids or anything to see this weird thing that's going on, but I don't like it. I don't like it none too much. No, I do not want to feed your girlfriend a treat. I'm not here in the bar to help you degrade your girlfriend, okay? God damn. V, how are you going to make the best of that? OP, I have no clue. V, you're not a very good student of human behavior, are you? You've cut me to the quick. OP, I don't have a lot of experience with this kind of stuff. V, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make him really uncomfortable. He's gonna come over here and try to get us to play along. This is like a humiliation thing, so I know what to do. OP, how are we gonna make him uncomfortable? V, just follow my lead. Oh, here she goes. She gotta win those points back right now. Eventually, the duo did make their way over to us. The woman again repeated, I'm a dog, give me a treat, arf, arf. And I froze. V, oh, what a pretty dog you have, sir. Man, yeah, she's a good bitch. V, Oh, I can see that. Very submissive. Is she also breedable? Man.
Excuse me?
V, I'm asking if you breed with your dog. Is she both submissive and breedable? Ooh woo? Man.
Oh, yeah, well, to find one like that, you gotta breed him or get him neutered.
OP. So, you have relations with this dog? Oh, you just made this whole thing really weird. Like, no, you did it first, bro. Hang your head in shame. Make sure your wife walks out with her tail between her legs. Oh, I did think that I saw where this was going. The man said,
Damn right, and she loves it. She loves being treated like the dog she is.
V, so you like animals in a special way. Man.
What?
V, you like dogs. You have her walk around like one, pretend to be one. I assume that extends to the bedroom, ergo, you have a special relationship with dogs. Man.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, kind of it is though. I hate it. I'm not signing off on any of this. But I'm not the one who started making this weird, okay? OP. I don't know. Seems like really being into dogs with extra steps if you ask me. But hey, what do I know? I don't like dogs that way. He thought he was gonna be the cool alpha male at the bar, subjugating his wife and the patrons. And then it just kind of got flipped on its head. It's beautiful with extra steps. V, so you don't want to drag me around on a dog collar, babe? OP, no, not really. I don't like looking like a degenerate in public. High five, OP. This is the correct way to deal with it. Beautiful, man.
No, you don't get it. It's a fun game we play. It's like...
V, oh, no. We get it. V then got onto the ground like a dog exposing its stomach. V, I'm also submissive and breedable. Why don't you show us how big you are, Daddy?
Let's have a little look-see here.
Well, the one upside to living in a house full of freaks is that you're really adept at dealing with freaks. The man grew red in the face and pulled hard on the woman's leash, leading her away from us. V stood up and brushed herself off a bit before sitting back down and finishing her drink. Well handled. Honestly, I gotta give her the points back. MVP moves right there. V, see? If you humiliate the person trying to do the humiliation, it really screws with their heads. OP, you are a dangerous individual. V, is that a compliment? OP, that remains to be seen. Is it just me, or are people getting weirder and weirder in this town? V, it's a college town. It's all downhill from here. We carried on for another hour or so before I decided that it was time to call it a night. I dropped her off at home and we agreed to meet up again for drinks. She said that I still owed her if I wanted her to keep my secret. I again acquiesced to her blackmail, making plans for the following night with her. And that is where we will end this update of the familial relations house. I planned on getting it all out there in one post, but I'm just now realizing that there's a lot more lore here that V and I didn't cover on our first outing, so I think this is a good stopping point. I will have at least one more update coming down the pipe for you, though it'll probably be two. I'm so looking forward to that! The first episode skeeved me out a lot, but this one, very insightful. I like it. It's a character study. I am sorry for the my dinner with Andre vibes. In this update, it seemed to be the best way to communicate the events of that night, as I learned a lot just from speaking with V, who was slowly becoming a viable candidate for friendship. Yeah, but she's linked in with I don't know, man. It's a double-edged sword, that's all I'm saying. With all that being said, thanks for reading. I hope it was enjoyable. I promise the true soul-crushing cringe is to come. If there's any moral to take away from this story, it is probably to not judge a book by its cover. My first impressions of V had not given me enough insight into her. Turns out there was a lot more going on with her than I initially thought. And we get a moral at the end and everything? God, that's big brain time right here. Honestly, I did think the worst of V. But then, yeah, you open yourself up to new people and experiences, and you're like, oh my God, you're a deep and complex human being. And I think that's the case for most human beings on the planet. That's why I love talking with people, you know? I don't always have the mental fortitude for a back and forth, but I do want to know, like, what are your hopes and dreams and fears? Definitely not so that I can catalog them and use them against you in a nefarious plot someday. That's crazy. But I do appreciate you watching this episode, friends. I hope you like, comment, and to subscribe. Check out all them links in the description, plugs, social medias, etc. I'd also like to thank all of my contributors, YouTube channel members, and Patreon patrons right now, so thank you too! Selwing, Samantha, A. Wells, Organic Steve, Vladimir Dragonoff, A Tiny Boy, Amelia Hannon, Sean Cantwell, John Endorse, Train Boy, That One Gay Cop, Valley Eyed Crane, She's Angel Dark, Bedazzled Misery, Skylar Rain, The Fez Wearer, Rosie Rainbow, Heaven Sent, Robert Thibodeau, Jackie McQuitty, Grimstribe, AJ Collins, Tooth Plushy, Corey Arts, Florentic Flavor, Dungeon Bat, Billy D, Robert Waits, Brandon Ashcraft, Phantom Danica, Skylar Morningstar, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Death's Flagship, and buy two, get one hand. Over on the Patreon side, Ms. Black, Gorius Maximus, Harley Owen, Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Mr. Pepperfo, Wacky Pace is my father, Resid Dex, Evil 9, The Cringening, the one where you get chased around by the Poopy Cool Man. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Vixie, Fluxer, Jerry, Captain Cloud, Jerry, Hong Kong, Ellipses, Esteban, Orgami, Steve Bean, Tom, the Bag Mouse from downtown Santa, Jerry, Silent Revolver, Zartarus, 28, Jerry, that's the original Jerry for those who don't know, Zarfar Barkar. What's that supposed to mean? Destiny Piper, Jerry Kitsune, Air Frankenberry, ain't that a hot bitch though? Assassin Punk, Jerry, Bang Bang, Baby Jerry, Benchy in the Jets, Billy D, Bitch Kremlin, Blade the Hero, Chance for Blue Kraken, Commander J Tank, Dirty Little Jerry, Dr. Larks, Dial, Aaron Era, Erratic Mechanic, Esports, Frozen Over Studio, Fire Drake, Gizmo Jack, Hey Dream VR, Irish Pirate, Just Lost the Blue Marble in a Mutiny. Sad when that happens, isn't it? Iron Hollow, JM Coon, Jeremy Smith, Jerry Blacktail, Jukebox Jerry, Stars in his eyes, Kelly Kraken, Lady Italian, Greyhound Dino, Lady of Awakening, Lauren Crow, Legitimate Girth, Lord Jerry, Leader of the Thunder Jerrys, Luke was a race car driver, he was a good friend of mine, never knew win that chicken flag, but I helped him drink his wine, I know how it goes now. Like and subscribe, Lady Dix, Mad Monk, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Factor, Mint Chip, oh, you're back, Needless King 89, Phantom of the Pies, Jerry Kins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmire, Sarita the Lolita, Scarlet's Kevin, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo M, Stephanie Gunner, Storm, Jerry, welcome, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomato, the Gypsy Barber, the Lilith Who, Lord Jufusky, this isn't even my final beard, trying to play the mob to get back to the real world, Vanguard Angel, VC3, Viking Jerry, Vladimir Dragonoff, Wiki Tag, Zephyr Gargoyle, or Clay, Commandant Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is no, Cage Alex 9, Redwind, Bad Penny Lane, Carcass, not the Viper, Third Stuff, Venom Jerry, One Leg Jerry, has returned from battle, Normal Jerry, alright, Red Black Chris, Red Hell, Beards, hijack my internet, the Mambo, Doritos, Daily, the Soap Squad, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do what we can, but we don't negotiate with terrorists. Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry, Zello Breaker of the Tom Army, Bartender Kalia, Big Dad Wolf, Broken Spine Horseradish, Cake Jerry, the original Different Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chicago Panda, Corey, the Commission now, whoa, Crypt Titties, Stefan Jerry, Def Tuna, Deku, Dilf Jerry, Dwarfy Dude, Fedorable Jerry, just tip to the lady, ooh, get to it, the Doodles Commission's open over there as well, Jerry, Boo's daughter, Ghost of Alpha Greymon 365, half Slavic Jerry in a tracksuit, he cannot, Hydra Jerry Solomon, Janitor Jerry's back from the abyss to clean up after teenage beards, Jeffrey, Gerald of Arivia, Jerry Bo with 2 S's and an E, Jerry Springer, the results are in, you are not the Neckbeard, kinda I am though, a little bit, Jerry the Sexy Maga, Jerry's mom has got it going on, Jerry Roxers, Jerry Roleplay Game, Kid Marvelous, Defender of the Innocent, Enemy to the Bearded, Kitzikin, Machia, CD, maybe next time, Mecha Suits, coming to censor your cringe, must censor the world, yeah, it's happening a little bit, it's fine, totally okay, Mr. Gas Mask, Not Invisible Angel, Raptor, Selden Dark, Scary, that's Snom Jerry, Spoonie the Rogue, Spoopy Scary, Jerry Ton, Techno Dubs, they call me Jerry Two Dives, Jerry Pie, this is purely a mercantile transaction, to Infinite Jerry and Beyond, Tokyo Bird, Unkale, Vaughn, Throw Sulier Mountain Dew, Grow by Neckbeard, Grow, it's Jerry Time, Hold ReddX Morpher, Hygiene, it's Jerry Time, Hold ReddX Morpher, Humility, and thank you to my $1 patrons as well.
Bless up to all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike.
Doing the most to help me stay afloat out here. Bless up to each and every one of you, truly. If you can afford to support, that's huge. If you can't, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, I don't know, watching some more ReddX videos. See, I knew the entire time that that's what I was gonna say. Anyways, always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.